Okay.
And we are live.
We are?
We are live. Did you have any doubts? I feel like there's some sort of joke being channeled.
No, it's just tired. Roll that footage.
All right.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
I feel like I'm channeling Aizawa from My Hero Academia these days.
Yeah. You know, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this week to wrap. Though tomorrow they could spring on us, or at least for my company, they could tell us that I have another week of this shift. I'm hoping to God that that's not the case. But at least I have Monday off, so be able to get some much needed rest. But before we get into how everybody's doing and how tired we are,
you get Monday off?
Yeah, the holiday.
Is it a holiday?
Yeah. Labor Day? I'm sorry, Memorial Day? Or wait, I always mix the two up.
Labor Day.
It's Labor Day. Thank you, Tate. But yeah, I get Labor Day.
What's Labor Day about?
Yeah,
the day that you still have to work.
Okay.
But you're supposed to be off.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm going to be off, and Jordan's going to be off. And you should be doing a cookout or something, but
yeah.
No, I'm actually, we got a sale going on, so I'm going to be there till 7. We normally close at 6. We're actually working we're open an hour
there's
later.
going to be a grill that actually works at your site.
I can sell it, unless I sell it. Cool.
Well,
I hope you guys enjoy your day off.
Teespring.
Well, I guess before we get into that,
all that other stuff.
I do the intros here, damn it. So, you're watching this here live. It's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock. We are Figure Action Word Collectors Podcast. And if you're watching this here live on YouTube, thank you very much. We couldn't do this show without the support of all of our awesome fans who tune in each and every week. And if you are watching us here, make sure that you do a few things for us before we get into it. Slam that like button, because it helps us out in the algorithm. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Do we have an episode of Figure Reaction in the works?
Sort of, but it's hard right now for everybody's schedule to do this.
Yeah.
I want to try to do one on building dioramas. It's just coordinating with Junkie on Crafts and another guy who I want to try to bring in. So
Diorama.
Don't tell him I said that about him.
And if you are watching this here live, make sure you pop into that live chat. We've got a whole bunch of cool folks hanging out with us already. We got Toy Mafia, Mariana Chacon, we've got TF Hustler, Aqua Techie, McLattery, we've got Princeton Phalanx, we've got We've got TM Reviews. He is out celebrating his wife's birthday tonight, but he still
better not have TM Reviews. He's supposed to be put your phone away.
We've got Antoine Lewis, and we've got D-Bangs 75 hanging out with us. Princeton says we all need to get a Zero's pool and he can grill for us. Yeah, if you bring stuff for me to grill, I will definitely grill it. And of course, as T already mentioned, check out the link to our Teespring store down in the description below. We've got some of the best priced podcasting merch out there. You're going to look good and you're going to help us out. So check us out. And I do have a new shirt design that I'm going to try and get uploaded next week. And I'll be showing that off on next Thursday's show. So be ready for that. Anyway, I guess we'll get into how everybody's doing. I guess we'll start off with Dave, Trustarscreamer. I know you've been playing Armored Core 6. I know outside of your busy week, that has to have been a highlight.
It has. I have not reviewed this guy yet, but dude, this guy has the loosest foot pivot of any figure. Man, that is like... Anyway. But yeah, I absolutely have been playing the hell out of Armored Core 6 when I can.
Armored Core.
Listen, my kid has gone back to school, and middle school gets up earlier than elementary school. So, yeah, the whole family is up late, hence the bags under the eyes. But I have been able to get some stuff, which is kind of cool. We actually went by Target, and I actually found some Transformers, which is like insane in my area. So Animated Prowl finally made an appearance. I think T-Man got this back late 2023, maybe 2022. I don't know when this guy came out, but he finally showed up here.
Months ago. Said months ago, basically.
Yeah, maybe about 12, where things are here. Did find Shrapnel showed up, and also got I think the last of the Junkions, which is pretty cool.
He's not the last.
Yeah,
Okay,
we still have that Voyager one to come out.
gotcha.
They're going to keep coming.
Yeah.
And then I also got from the NECA movie line, which I am absolutely hooked on this line. I got the 1920s Phantom of the Opera. This movie came out in 1925. This thing's going to be 100 years old in 2 years.
Wow.
So, I still prefer the mask design from the 1930s one because it had the half cut. But this is definitely the Lon Chaney look is still one of the creepiest makeups ever done in cinematic history, in my opinion. So, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a review out for him, provided I can stay awake someday. But yeah, that is my crazy week. Back to you.
All right. Well, next up, we've got a man who you love, and you've probably clicked on a bunch of his videos, Mr. T-Man 978. Well, you should be clicking on Junkie on Crafts and Builds.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, click on him. Click on Junkie on Crafts and Builds videos if you have. But I am okay, I guess. I'm tired. Apparently, everybody gets to go home early tomorrow, except me. I get to sit around for 3 more hours. Yeah. But I didn't really buy. I bought something, but not too terribly exciting. I got 2 of those Fortnite arcades, so I can give him 2 of these primal SMGs right here because I like that. It also came with these scope rifle things and the mini jars of Slurp. And I found another black glider. I put snake eyes on there. I think, how much was this glider? The glider was like $4, and the arcade was $2 at Ollie's. So, Ollie's. Check your freaking Ollie's. And now we can take it to Chunky on Crafts and Builds, because that's all I got.
All right. Well, yes, and as I mentioned, you should be going to the Junkie on Crafts and Builds YouTube channel, checking out his videos, and TM Reviews chimed in to say specifically those G.I. Joe videos.
Thank you much. I really appreciate that. And we also have, T-Man and Trustarscreamer. So just make that loop and just click all of our stuff as often as you can. So what happened since last week? BotCon, I had a chance to drive up on Saturday and hang out with a lot of really cool guys from the Transformers ERC group. And I saw a lot of really cool things and I picked up a couple of cool things. First off, a shout out to a creator who's on the ERC page, Juan Carlos Ramos. He is creating his own comic called The Blue Ghost. And I know this is not going to look right unless I get it at a right angle. But he is a really talented artist. I bought a shirt from him, not this one. But and he gave this little teaser comic to me and some stickers, which I always appreciate. So if you can go to Ramos Mecha, I'll get the right, ramosmecha.com or Ramos Mecha Studios. But give him a look. Go, if you're on the ERC page, check it out. Really great artist. With that, I have to thank Dr. Diecast because he and the rest of the ERC guys were very kind to provide me an exclusive for the group that helped coordinate BotCon. So it was really cool, and I really appreciate and thank those guys so much. Continuing on, I also was able to pick up the MMC exclusive. Haven't opened it yet.
Really an exclusive though?
Well, what's an exclusive anymore is anyone's guess. Just like a
Very
QC
true.
sticker.
Yeah.
So we have that, and I also picked up a Revoltech Spider-Man from Alpha Prime Toys. They were from Kentucky.
Nice.
They gave me a fantastic deal for it, so I couldn't pass it up.
Very
Unfortunately,
nice.
not done yet.
Yeah.
Amazon got a Fei Long finally. Really cool. The last two things are going to be PowerCon related. I was to the person that helped me get this. I want to thank them. I'm not supposed to say who that person is, but thank you very much for this. And
I feel like I know.
it's not who you think.
Okay.
Not who you think. And finally, this is another scary rabbit hole, but with PowerCon, I got this guy too because I loved Many Faces when I was a kid, and I thought this was a really cool looking exclusive, so I picked that up, and that's it. So,
Does he
I'm
have
sorry.
Many Faces?
He does come
Or
with
just one?
alternate. He does come with 2 alternate heads, so he will have the ability to do all 3 faces there. And also, shout out to Mike Kincaid from Reflector Files for this awesome shirt. Really cool guy. The guy was running literally up and down the East Coast that weekend, going to do shows and then going to BotCon. So
Nice.
that's my ramble. What about you, Jordan? How's your week?
Well, I'm
Look how
like
he was
kind of the
riveted.
same. What was that, Dave?
The team-in was riveted.
I'm doing about the same as last week. So as I mentioned in the opener, I'm tired. I'm really tired. It's like these sick. We're doing what's called hypercare for work right now, where our project has gone live, and so we're supporting it. And I got stuck doing 6 to 6, Monday through Friday. Thankfully, I don't have to do the weekends. Thankfully, I don't have to work on Monday. I get a day off there. And then, as everybody knows, I've been doing a hardcore keto diet. Well, I hit day 31, and my wife and I went out to celebrate, and I had my first cheat meal. I've decided I'm going to do cheat meals once a month, not a cheat day, but just a meal. And, so I went and I had like the most perfect pizza and mozzarella sticks. It felt good to have some carbs again. But I will say, if anybody does do like a keto diet, when you do a cheat meal, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. But I'm down about 17 pounds right now, which is awesome. I'm hoping by Christmas time be closer to my target weight, and after the new year and before my birthday to be like at my right where I need to be. So yeah, been feeling good. Been even though I've got all this work stuff going on, I'm not stress eating or doing anything dumb. Haven't been able to make it to the gym this week because of the work schedule and my foot recovering. I ripped off the skin on my right heel, which sucked. But is what it is, and I'm still trending down. So it won't hurt me to take a week off, and I'll get back into it tomorrow. And then as for pickups, I did get a bunch of cool stuff. I guess the first thing I'll shout out is this might be exclusive from MMC. I thought I had read that these were going to be sold at BotCon first, but this does appear to be like what MMC would do for an exclusive box. So I don't know, but yeah, this is the Asenonics and Symphony, which is Rosanna and Transtech Cheetor. I have always loved the Transtech designs, and then seeing that they actually made one for real. And it being MMC, I was like, I gotta get this. So Sony was cool enough to pick one up for me at the show. And Rosanna's also really cool here. Hey, Megatron, how's it going, buddy? And this is just a really, really cool set. I'm probably going to put this guy with my Beast Wars stuff. So yeah, Sony's confirming these are an early release. And it makes sense. And I wouldn't be shocked if they do a more reformatted style box for these moving forward. But, still, it's cool to have them. And yeah, as Sony said, they're going to be available Planet Steel Express. I think ages 3 and up. And this was an ages 3 and up in Toy Dojo exclusive at the show. Like they were the only place selling them. And then the other thing I got, this is a fun one. I'm not an MISB collector at all, but I've been rocking with Hasbro Pulse since the beginning. I've been a Pulse Premium member. And I ordered the Cobra Valkyrie Officer and Trooper set from them. And I got them like this. I don't know how well you can see.
Wow.
But it's like somebody sat on them. And
that's like Walmart level.
Yeah. And the crazy part was the box that they came in. I know I showed you guys pictures. In fact, I have the box right here. The box was fine. So when I opened the box and got this, I was like, what the heck? And the thing is, it really does look like someone sat on it because you can see here, it just flexes. Now, I will say, if you have an issue with Pulse Premium and you call them, they will make it right. They're sending me a new set for free. So, I don't think that the contents and the inside are an issue. But, again, it's just like you pay for a service and you get your product in that subpar of a condition. I'm not going to just go, it is what it is. If the inside's fine, I'm cool with it. I'm like, no, that's unacceptable. I'm not a Karen like that. But at the same time, I'm like, I wanted to just tell them, like, you guys can't be shipping stuff like that, especially an exclusive, which is nuts.
Well, thankfully, even if when you do open that box, those figures should be okay because Hasbro's gummy weapons will cushion any sort of impact.
Yeah.
So,
and lastly, I did also get my Javelin, and what is the other one's name? Yeah, Javelin's the only one that's important. The other one,
that's her name.
Yeah, I forget what her name is. Javelin and Cascade. So I got Javelin and Cascade, and
Cascade these are for getting the spots out.
Yeah, I mean the Cascade one. Cascade's it's just the chromium mold, but goddamn, this Javelin is so cool. It's just an RC retool. It's a pretty mild retool, but I just love the way this looks. I love the sculpt of this. You can obviously see this is supposed to be Voss. So, yeah. This is... I want to see them do more IDW stuff. These guys or these gals, I should say, are probably going to go on my IDW shelf. I don't think they're part of the IDW universe, but they look like they fit right in. And that's it for me. So I guess we can go ahead. We can get into some news, and we're going to kick off these. Let me de-biggin myself first. We're going to get into Dave's favorite segment. We haven't done it in a minute. He's blinking. Well, let me do pre-recorded Dave to kick it off.
This week in repaints.
All right, so we got actually
that.
we do need to redo it. I need to redo it. I'll just take the audio from it, or actually we'll get new audio, and we'll do a more dynamic animation. But
this week in repaints.
that's true. We can always do our impressions like we were doing earlier this week. So
we could. We could definitely do like multiple ones. So, all right, let's look at this. I'm gonna open this image in a new tab so we can actually. Oh, come on, be cool, TFW. Let me see if Sabertron has this, because for whatever reason, you know how TFW is with their fun formatting. But this is essentially a more show accurate repaint of AirRaiser and Inferno. What's interesting about this is that the Inferno comes with two guns. So,
Like that one episode.
not only like that one episode, but what's cool about it is the guns are a little bit varied. So we're here on T-formers, and if we zoom in here, you can see that's a little too much zoomage.
Oh, and he can permanently have a butt thrusted.
Yes. So yeah, he can have his permanent blender butt going on. And also it's kind of hard to see, but they painted his fingers for robot mode. The only thing I can really see different with AirRaiser is it looks like she's a little bit darker, and they really picked out the details on her bird feet there.
So how many versions of Inferno do they have? Is this the second one, or
Anyone else want bacon all of a sudden?
What,
That's
bacon?
the third one of this mold.
oh, it's the third one? So okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Antagony and this.
The ads you had going
What's
on
that?
was like center cut bacon. When you had
Yeah, I know.
you had
I definitely was I was trying to focus on the figures, but yeah, there's targeted ads all over T-formers for like but I mean, yeah, these are cool for people that want them. I mean, I've seen the pricing on these sets. I don't think there's a price for this one yet, but yeah, I mean, people already own these figures. The thing was, like, back in the day, like what we used to get in the States didn't have the best paint applications. You know, oftentimes you get stuff that just like was a deviation from the show. And now I think what we get is good enough, if not great. So I mean, these are cool for people that want them, but I mean, I would just say hold out for the masterpiece, to be honest. If you're really that slavish to show accuracy.
Man,
Oh, this is a good kind of. T-formers has more product placement than Age of Extinction.
Good one.
We do get a look, and I don't know that many or any of these have been released yet. Nope, that's the wrong link. We're going back to T-formers there. With their this time telling us all about dicks.
Yeah, that's based off your web history.
Dick's Sporting Goods. Come on now. The Stubborn
like
Confrontation
Sporting
Scorponok. So yeah, someone has this in hand, and we get a good look. I mean, it looks like they just picked out some of the details. I mean, the Hasbro one still had like many of these picked out. Like the Cyber Bee was painted pretty well. The missiles are painted pretty well. Here you get the insignias on there, and you get a Predacon insignia on the chest. But I mean,
Yeah,
this is just all very meh.
yeah, we've been there and
Probably
been
still
there
gonna
and done
feel
it.
like shit.
Well, sometimes you
And,
just can't polish a turd. Well, actually, Mythbusters proved you can polish a turd.
You
but-
can, yeah, and that's actually a. I believe it's a fine art. There are people that make polished balls out of dung.
That is
Anyway,
wrong
we'll move
on
on.
so many levels.
Moving on to one more, we get from Mark Clonus. Actually, we have two more repeats. Mark Clonus was cool enough to share a behind the scenes of the Generation Selects Antagony. And, for those that don't know, this was one of the original BotCon exclusives. Was the repaint of Inferno. I think this was like the second or this was the third, because they did G2 Breakdown, they did Sandstorm, and then they did this. And for those that don't know, this is supposed to be a female version of Inferno. And the thing about this, like that, I guess I like and I don't like is that on his Instagram post. If you don't follow Mark Clonus on Instagram, give him a follow because he does a lot of explaining as far as what the design process is. Ultimately they ended up going with this more purplish face, and then they have the scavenger head. Now the scavenger head is like Transmetal Scavenger, which was supposed to be Transmetal Inferno, but you know how those things go. I wish that they had just done the face that Antagony was supposed to have. Like Antagony had like a very feminine looking face on the box art. And like if you're going to do a generation select and you're going to, I mean, obviously I think that they're probably doing a pre-tool and they'll probably get around to doing transmetals. But I would have rather have seen this face done for her. Let me zoom in here. Let's see, she had like a very
fun fact about
stylized
that the transmetal scavenger. That figure was officially the first figure deemed a peg warmer.
Shelf warmer, yeah.
No, peg warmer, as in nobody bought it.
Well, I mean, shelf because he
that was one of my favorite figures.
I love that figure too. Well, Transketo, I think, beat him out.
I can't remember what Transketo is.
Transketo was the triple changer. He was like a mosquito / pincher bug. And he had like that dumb head sculpt where you load the missile into the mouth. And hey, Deluxe, how's it going, man? If you want to hop on and talk about BotCon, I can send you the link because we are going to go through TM Reviews pictures, and I'd love that when we get to our third party segment. Talk about what was on display there. I
think if they gave it that head, I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah. What do you mean if they gave it like the female head?
Yeah.
But yeah, he mentioned that they specifically designed this head to match the paint on Inferno, and I'm like, well, who's gonna take Inferno and pop off the head and make it, that, unless you're doing like a troop builder thing.
I'll just keep with my scavenger.
Yeah.
Who has that exact same head?
Yeah, exactly. I'd say just like wait for the scavenger to come out, and then we got one more repaint to talk about, and this one is kind of you probably could have seen this one coming a mile away, but they're doing a Dark of the Moon Ratchet repaint. So movie masterpiece Ratchet looks like he's going to get the Dark of the Moon repaint. I mean, just like with the Starscream, you can't say you didn't see that one coming.
I'm going to buy that so slow.
Did you ever get the first one?
No.
Yeah, it's one of their better molds, to be honest.
I was waiting for it to go on clearance, and I didn't see it when it was on clearance. Then I didn't care anymore.
I don't think I ever really saw it on the shelf, to be honest with you.
I think Kevin found it on clearance for like $40 or less.
Yeah, I saw the Starscream more times than I could count. I saw Blackout on clearance, and I felt bad because I know Sportimus was looking for it. And
I don't think I ever saw Blackout or Metroplex.
I've never seen Metroplex in person.
I saw Metroplex once.
Or actually, no, wait, I did see him once. I did see him once in the Bel Air Target, and that was it.
Okay, never mind. But I've seen him at a comic book shop now for like $250, and I ain't touching that.
Yeah, and yet he was on Amazon clearance the other day for $99.
Yeah, it's constantly on Amazon for $140, so I don't know what they're saying.
Well, comic shops gotta make money. Because I guess their hope is they play the long game. Eventually, he's going to be hard to find. And the way Transformers are is that, FOMO is a bitch for collectors.
This looks good, and Mang Motion's video made me want it.
Yeah, so this is the MDLX Rodimus, and I think this is an interesting one because we saw what I thought were like the renders, and then boom, there he is. Or not the renders, but the resin prototypes. And this is a really cool looking Rodimus.
Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of the Ultimates a little bit.
A bit, yeah, because of the way that the fin, the spoiler fin is.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's gonna stand in our way.
Kind of a shame that they didn't make Goldbug a wide release. He was pretty limited.
Look how he is compared to Optimus.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I thought he was taller than Optimus in the cartoon.
Technically,
They were
he's holding the
usually same
Matrix.
height.
He's got that Matrix on him, so it's giving him some boost.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got him on pre-order. I'm kind of, but
No.
after the whole Seeker BS, I'm kind of still wondering if I want to still be in on MDLX.
He was telling
Especially
Bumblebee
with,
that.
Jacking the price up
In
to
that picture,
$130.
Hey, Matt. He was telling Bumblebee in that
Hey,
picture
Matt.
that don't worry, he'll be more important later.
I like all the weapon options you get. Cool that you get the that many hand options, especially you get the shaken hand for Prime.
Should we be showing this picture? It's got spoiler.
Ha ha ha! I see what you did there.
Okay, I am
Well, yeah,
that's
definitely
what
out of
Matt-
it. I should have totally said that one.
So let Matt buy this and then sell it to me for cheap.
I've only ever bought one MDLX figure. Bumblebee.
Bumblebee? Yeah.
Then
I
it can
do
be
have-
like,
I do have the Shattered Glass Prime on pre-order. Apparently, it's a BBTS exclusive, and it's not. It's $10 more than the regular Optimus, but it's $10 less than the Magnus or the black variant, the Nemesis.
you know what? In these pictures, he's closer to the same height. In that video,
Yeah.
he definitely looked taller, like Galvatron's height.
It's a spoiler, makes him look bigger.
Yeah.
I said I got him ordered on BBTS, but unless, I mean, maybe if I might get him earlier if Sony gets buyer's regret. That's about it.
Oh, he will.
I mean, that's how
Yeah,
I got
What
this
is
Prime.
everybody's obsession with having the Prime shake hands?
I've always found it kind of cringy, to be honest. It's like it seems like it's a Japanese or an anime thing.
They did it that one time in that one episode. So
It was ever since, I think it was with Scrambled City, the one time that Prime shook Magnus's hand. That's also like pretty much the only time the two were ever on screen together, aside from when he was dying.
Yeah.
Magnus,
gonna
my
say,
old friend, even though we've never actually met.
unless he was actually Dion.
I remember Rodimus shaking Galvatron's hand.
Yeah. Jonathan Walker says, I wonder if his hip joints will let you shorten him. I think that they would have shown that if that was the case. And the Unimetal has some really cool tricks to let you do
his
that.
name is Rodimus Prime, not Hot Rod.
That's true.
They didn't give him the Rodimus Prime rifle for whatever reason.
Well, he comes with 2 rifles.
Yeah, but he's supposed to come with a big rifle that looked like both of them combined.
It does that. You can pull them apart.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, you can't.
Yep.
Yeah. See, there's
been video reviews already. They fit
Yeah.
together.
No, never mind. They
yeah,
did
this
good.
looks cool. I
mean-
want it.
that
How much is
the masterpiece Rodimus from years ago probably did that best of changing from Hot Rod to Rodimus.
Yeah. It's just slots. It's like was spring loaded and slotted in, and
I mean, I would probably get this one as a counterpoint to an Optimus, but I'm already more excited about the new line, the Yellow Park. What is it, AMD or whatever the fuck it's called?
yep. So he is 80 on BBTS. So that's
Oh.
pretty reasonable for
I thought he'd be 100
Everything you get.
because he got a big spoiler.
Yeah, why is this guy 80 and the Seekers are 130? Because the way
he
they've got
wants
that
them.
spoiler, that could be the wings on the Seekers.
Yeah, I agree. It does seem silly that the Seekers are that much, especially since they're banking on people buying the repaints there.
Yeah.
That's why they did it. Greed.
Larkin says, well, so McGladrey says no fishing pole pass.
That's
I mean,
hot
technically,
rod thing.
he's supposed to be Rodimus Prime. So if they did a hot rod,
If Hot Rod was passionate about fishing, it is fair to believe that Rodimus Prime is also passionate about fishing.
Larkin says YOLO Park got me excited for non-transforming figures. I think YOLO Park just is exciting because it's priced so competitively.
I think if
I'm
you read
pretty
the
sure you
fine
have a
print,
fishing rod.
if you read the fine print on BBTS, you see that MDLX Rodimus Prime has an early bird special of indecision.
Mm.
So,
Oh, what?
What?
it was horrible. Never mind. He's indecisive. He can't. Yeah.
Sorry,
Next.
that's indecision's clouding
Well,
my
before
vision.
we get into that, let's find out how Matt's doing. And Matt, did you pick up anything?
Hi,
I was
Matt.
only embiggening him just so we could see his pictures behind him.
Yeah, whatever reason, it's fine. Hi, I'm doing quite well. I did get a few things. I ordered this one so long ago, and it's finally shipped to me. I saw that reviewers had this guy in hand for like 2 months, and then BBTS had them in stock. But I ordered direct from Bandai, and today it finally got here. So I've got my Beast Gohan. Fun fact: I'm only halfway through this movie, so I haven't even seen this really yet. But I'll get there. I haven't opened him yet, but it's cool. I mean, for the price, he's got a ton of extra accessories and special beam cannon effects. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy. I'm excited. From Pulse, it's been my first Pulse order in God knows how long, and I'm kind of like really glad I picked these guys up. But I got the Shattered Glass tooth pack here. For this being however umpteenth many times we've gotten this mold, I really, really like this guy. And the Minicon is awesome. Like, it's just fun to mess with. So, and then of course you've got now, Jordan, you have this 2-pack as well, right?
Yes.
Do you have, so mine, this guy
Doesn't tab in all the way.
the backpack doesn't really tab in. Like it let enough, but it's very loose.
It's the same. It's you just need to put like a dab of either super glue or just use some Future Floor on there to thicken it up.
Gotcha. So impulse buy today. I went to pick up my son from Celebree after school care, and I decided to leave him there for a while I went shopping. So I actually, the first time I saw this, and I decided to pick it up. It's the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Imperial Shuttle, and it's really, really cool. Is it worth $30? Mostly. My one complaint with it, though, is that it has... So, let me see if I can show you guys real quick.
They seem bigger now.
Did you say they have bagels now?
I said they seem bigger now.
Yeah, and no, this is $30. So, if you look, it's got interior...
You should have told me. You should have told me that you're actually picking it up. I had a coupon code.
For Walmart?
Yeah, I mean, it's old. It's an old code, but it checks out.
There we go. So it's got seats for 7 in the back, and it's got seats you can't really see, but it's got seats for 6 in the front cockpit. It's kind of blacked out, but it only comes with 3 figures. It only comes with the Emperor and the 2 Imperial Guard. Like, you couldn't have thrown in 2 Stormtroopers with this?
No, buy them. Buy them.
You can't buy them. You have to get the blind bags, and even then, you don't know what you're getting. So that's a little frustrating.
Isn't it one that comes with 4 troopers?
Is there? Well, there's the Clone Wars lander that comes with a ton of clone troopers, but I cannot canonically put clone troopers in an Imperial shuttle with the Emperor. I mean, it's just not going to happen. The last thing I got this week is a very special thanks to Mike, and you can check out this guy's review on Mike's channel right now.
Not yet. Not yet.
So Mike was nice enough to pick up the Vulcan, the number 6 release from Astrobots. He's really cool. He's really good plastic. He's fun to play with. He's super posable. He's got a bunch of. Did you note now? Because I haven't watched your review yet. Did you notice that he's got removable panels on the side with extra detail underneath?
I did not, but did you try to play around with his feet, and you can actually manipulate them enough that they can become like little rollers?
Well, I did notice that the heel spur is adjustable. No, the heel spur is adjustable.
Push that in, and then you roll the feet all the way back, and you can angle it up with the ankle pivot or the toe tilt down, and then you can pose him looking like he has treads.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know if that's
was it LR44 batteries?
No, AG2.
Oh.
And fun fact: the instructions have the polarities inverted. It says negative up, positive down. You got to flip it.
Yeah.
But that's that. And he also picked up for me the first issue of the comic, and he got it signed by Simon Furman for me. So.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Yep.
So
I heard of him before.
You have, yes. He has something to do with the Giant Robot series you may have heard of.
That's head.
He's a very small man.
That's it for me. Larkin, the batteries for that thing is, I think they're like $3 on Amazon. So
yeah, you can't go wrong getting your batteries there. All right, next up, we get an update for the Missing Link Convoy. So. Not only is there the anime and the toy version coming out, there's some notes here from the official Takara Tomy Twitter, and so they're saying that each version, the CO1 Convoy toy version and the CO2 Convoy anime version, will include the same laser rifle, energy axe, and matrix of leadership accessories, but featuring some different paint apps. So let's get into it. So remember. CO1 is the toy, and CO2 is the anime version. So, interestingly enough, the toy version, which the toy version never came with in there, John Axe, it comes in this nice, kind of vibrant, more clear, transparent plastic. And then here, the quote-unquote anime version, it looks more frosted. I think they both look good, but again, like the more I see of the anime version, the less I'm interested in it. Then the toy version, the ion cannon is just jet black, shiny plastic, and the anime version's painted a little bit more. You get like the gray grill in there, or the gunmetal grill. And lastly, this one I think is kind of BS because I mean it's BS, but I understand why they did it this way. The toy version gets a gold matrix because, well, he never had a matrix, in the original toy, and the anime version gets a more movie decoed matrix. I say it's BS because I feel like the matrix should look kind of the same. But I remember like when they did that first reissue of Optimus Prime, the toy version giving him a matrix, it was just a gold piece of diecast with a blue jewel. So I guess they're calling back to that. What do you guys think of this?
I think they made the right call.
Yeah. Also, there's some massive English going on here too.
Oh,
the matrix of readership.
No chain, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Larkin, there was that chain, and yeah, it's a shame that they didn't include that. And it's cool how they do like the matrix chamber for this set. But
I mean, it was already built in. They just didn't know it was a matrix chamber at the time.
Yeah.
I was just told this.
Scammers put chains in packages all the time.
Yeah, just buy a like suspiciously priced Fans Toys figure. And you'll probably get a chain. I had that happen once, but I didn't buy a suspiciously priced one. I bought like a Fans Toys Grimlock for like basically retail. And
quick speculation, because it just kind of hit me since they're doing that MDX Rodimus. I think they'll do an MDX Galvatron.
Oh, you can pretty much guarantee it. So It was the New Year Special Convoy, and that came out in 2002. That had the original,
Oh, I remember
that version of the Matrix. So let me see if I can get a picture of it here.
But who you guys are all in on this one, right?
When you say all in, I'm yeah.
Well, like actually buying the figure.
Hell no.
I haven't pre-ordered. The price is scaring me, and I'm not rich.
I tentatively have the toy version pre-ordered.
Yeah, I'm in the ballpark with Matt. It comes out around my birthday, so I'm like, yeah, it'll be my gift to
If
myself.
I get it, I want the full version. I don't want
that one there, right?
Name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one comes with that gold Matrix, the chain, and then it also came with, for of all things, Action Master Optimus Prime.
They had so many left over. They just grabbed one.
Yeah, right. They just
it in.
gave him toy colors and called it a day.
Oh,
It's funny, the anime version, the trailer was mandatory. Whenever he transformed, the trailer appeared.
Yeah. But to be fair, like part of the what everybody remembers with the toy is that big styrofoam. I mean, God, the thing that's like tearing me up on it is just like it comes with like the most faithful packaging. It's not even a reissue, but it comes with the most faithful packaging of any Optimus Prime figure released since the original reissues. So, yeah, it's definitely tough.
Kind of seems silly that they're doing an anime version of something where they're going out of their way to make it the toy version.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that drives me up the wall about it. I guess though there are people that would argue like, well, I had the toy aesthetics, I have the toy aesthetics like kind of ingrained in my brain, but I would like it to be more like what I imagined it being, like, painted up to look like he did in the show. Or there are some people that probably want that one off, like they want a hybrid version, like here's like the toy design, but he's painted to look like he did in the show, kind of like their ideal version of the original toy. I don't know, but I agree with you. I think it's like kind of silly to have that version. I think that they should just be like, hey, we're taking the original toys and we're taking those designs and giving them hyper articulation.
okay.
All right. Well, that's it for official news. We'll get into some third-party stuff here. And I do have Sony's BotCon pictures pulled up. Actually, wait. We do have one little bit of official news left. Let me do this real quick. Did you guys even know Sonic had kids' toys?
Sonic, like the fast food place?
Sonic, the fast food place. So apparently Sonic is doing Earthrise toys for their kids' meals. And these are the first Transformers fast food toys in a minute that actually have a transforming element, but it's not what you would expect. So they have
Spark, by the way.
Earth Spark. What did I say?
Earthrise.
Earthrise. Shit. Yeah. So Earth Spark, Sonic.
If they turn into, you said not what I expect. If they turn into something good, that will defy my expectations.
So these things are barely painted, but you basically pop the heads off, and they become a spoon for your Sonic Blast.
I want that.
I'm not actually super mad about that.
It's kind of cool.
I actually am. I'm mildly impressed. Actually,
How long is this promotion? Because I might have to get that for my nephews.
I will give them that.
I don't know how long this is going on. It says okay. I apologize. It does say here September to November, so they're doing this promotion for a couple of months.
You got to go up to Parksville.
Yeah. So yeah, you basically pop the head off. It's a spoon. And they have, I guess this is probably the one for real little kids. That's supposed to be Twitch in his drone mode.
Well, actually, I don't know if they have gender or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's an
Does,
episode where. Yeah.
She's female. The one that turns into the drone is female presenting.
And I'll give.
No, I think
I'll
you're thinking of Nightshade there.
I'm gonna give this dude one figure action point for that reference.
Yeah, McGladdery, that was a good reference there.
Earth Sports, nice.
Earth
Well, they
Sports.
do have big chins.
Either way, you know what? This almost makes me want to. I haven't been to a Sonic in 15 years, so
Get a corn dog.
I like.
It's funny that
the
they're
conies.
plastic inside because I would have thought they would have had an armored core, right, Dave? How's it going, Dave?
I would
honestly,
just
though,
buy
this
them.
these have less waffles than a normal Hasbro figure.
That's true. And more paint.
You can't use them on waffles.
Waffle cone.
You could if they got soggy enough.
So we
Right.
spent entirely too much time on spoons.
Yes.
Yeah, well, let's get to some
I'll just buy
Dr.
40
Wu.
of them.
Subject.
We got to go into third party, and we're going to talk about I guess Matt's new favorite Legends company, Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu is doing MS-36 Sand Leopard, and this is a pretty impressive looking tiny sandstorm.
It does nothing for me.
Really?
I thought he likes
Like,
all the companies.
I think it's cool, but I have no draw whatsoever to get this.
It's a well-designed figure. It's just too damn small.
It has like 4 or 5 variant colors. I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, they're doing a new age right out of the gate. They're just like, here's all the variants.
Matt, that looks awesome.
That's actually the best-looking sandstorm I've seen.
Yeah, and it looks like he comes with different faces too, from what I can
Is this, and someone here can call me out if I'm wrong, but is this not only the second ever third-party sandstorm?
Well, there was the Unique Toys one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I defy you to come
I
up
think
with
that's it.
another one.
I think that's it.
These kind of colors are actually pretty sweet. Like, I imagine that thing would pop under a black light.
Matt is not allowed to show a black light in his basement.
Just certain spots. Just my
They're even doing
carpet,
a
my couch,
shat.
my
Matt, they're doing a
futon, my
shattered
chair,
glass version. Look
my
at
work
that.
desk, my bathroom, the laundry room, the stairs, the sliding glass door, the treadmill, my display cases. Anywhere else you can shine a black light.
I have no idea what this is supposed to be, other than I guess they're trying to do Guardian versions. 'Cause...
Maybe that's another shattered glass.
No, it says G, so I'm guessing like they're doing like Guardian versions. Like they look like the Omega Guardian. You want minions for them for whatever reason. And Mike asked a good question. Has everybody smashed that thumbs up button yet?
I can't.
If that was a higher scale, that would have been a perfect figure.
I think it's bigger than their little ones.
Let's say, because usually the Woo stuff is like tiny.
I
Yeah,
wonder
this
Looks
what
like it
the,
could be. You look at the pins on there.
Larkin said as big as their RC or something.
Yeah, it says 10 centimeters tall. So
Yeah, it does too much in it. The proportions are too good
Yeah.
for it to be that tiny ones.
it's just a hair under 4 inches tall. But still, it's a shame. It's like, why aren't people making a good masterpiece scale sandstorm? It's funny because that Unique Toys one still goes for like a lot of money.
That's because it's the only one in
The
existence.
only option.
Mhm.
Let's look that up right now. Unique Toys.
So this guy goes for $50 US retail.
For how many centimeters?
For
4
2
inches.
days.
10 centimeters, 4 inches.
Oh, good grief! There's only one listing on eBay right now for Unique Toys Sandstorm. Guess how much he is?
$1, Bob.
$3.25.
Lower,
70.
higher,
120.
higher.
Higher than
Also,
120?
316 says it's got, I don't know, $316.
I'll go $1
$240.
$2.40.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. $240.
Wait for this?
No,
No.
for the unique toys.
No.
And the unique toys one that wasn't even that
Yeah.
well received.
No, it was not.
So we got a Deluxe chimed in. These ain't Dr. Wu scale. They did the other triple changers. Just need a broadside. Hey-o. That was my-
Use fight and return.
Wow.
Got another interesting one. I'm hoping that you guys know what this is supposed to be exactly, but again, this comes from T-Formers. This is MPH Studios 1100 MPH SO4 trailer. Is this supposed to be for what prime is this supposed to be for?
That's there. So MPH Studio has a pre-order up for Optimus.
Oh, okay.
This is the trailer that you buy separately to go with it.
Oh,
there's-
Not the trailer.
so this is
Now-
the Keith model.
This is interesting because of what they did with Roller, not Roller. Well, yeah, both Roller.
Well, yeah.
No, not Roller. The
The
repair
little
bay.
bot. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
You know, he becomes like an Ed 209 here.
Right.
And again, these are all renders. I think this is pretty cool that you can take the sides off and make them a complete flatbed semi. And then this to me, this is like very Diaclone reboot.
What
how
if these weren't
modular it
renders? What if a company did a cell shaded paint scheme that was so good we thought we were looking at renders, but the actual figure looks like that?
That would be something.
It would be something.
Yeah.
Diachrome.
But yeah, all the options and the modular bits here, like you can buy multiples of these to make like a big
Score.
yeah. Yeah, so the diagnostic drone has legs. It can be like an Ed 209. Then they also have a transformer.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see my screen, but there's that they solicited an Optimus Prime, which looks
Wow.
like that. Which, I don't know if I needed to show you a picture because it's Optimus fucking Prime, so you know what it looks like. But still, there it is.
What's the scale for this? This is also Legends?
Legends, yeah. MPH does Legend scale.
I was going to say, though, that explains the hands on that Prime, because that looked like pop-on hands.
Deluxe says they did the Beachcomber and working on a warpath.
Oh, yeah, T, your little beachcomber is that company.
Oh. Where's my little bitch?
I'm going to get the next thing pulled up. I'm going to go over to TM Reviews Facebook because Sony was at BotCon. I think he was originally intending on being here tonight, but he ended up having to
Shag his
as
wife. Oh,
so I guess we'll start.
They had to watch episode 3 of Ahsoka. Sorry.
He's skipping
they
the
should have
shag.
to apologize for that because that's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roller. Yeah, Princeton is right too. That Roller transforms very similarly to the Ruler figure that just came out.
Oh.
So Sony picked up, and I know
Yes,
Deluxe
but
has a review out. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, but yeah, Deluxe, since you're not on the show, you don't get the plugs.
Well, I'm still going to plug it because Deluxe has reviews of these guys. Because of course he would, because they are clear repaints, and those are like one of his favorite things. And it's interesting though that they're Ollie. It's a play on Jolly Ranchers, Ollie Relmers. But why would they be gummy? Jolly Ranchers aren't gummies. So,
The
No, but a
story
lot of
behind
KFC
that
joints are.
is the whole thing about translucent plastic. That is what they call the molds. They call them gummies. So
okay.
and apparently this thing has a gummy bear head inside it as well.
Yes.
So
yeah, they do the shattered glass version, and of course, Sony also picked up the shattered glass version of the Wreck-Gar. So let's get into it. These are the pictures that he had from the Agabus display booths. My understanding is that the Fans Toys Gears is now coming soon, so that's probably going to be our Fans Toys release for September.
Yep, they. I think they posted their coming soon video on YouTube. Did they not?
Yeah.
I
I
think it's
saw.
coming up, sometime tonight or tomorrow morning.
Dear Lord, those ab joints look weird. Oh, those hips look weird. He just
Well, he's doing the
They had
Asian
the hip
thrust, but
skirt
they had
up. Yeah.
because the ab crunch is actually fairly good on both of these. And of note that these are not. It's kind of similar to pipes and rig. These are not basically remolds of each other, so it's
Two
pretty
different
interesting.
tools.
Yeah.
Well, Larkin's saying that they do need a wind charger, because wind charger and why am I
Oh, the white one.
the white one? Yeah, tailgate.
Yes.
Yeah, tailgate. Yeah, those were dated.
Tailgate.
Yes. Now, what is up with this stand, Mike? Is this for the?
I
this
think
for Scourge?
this is for Scourge. It is an adapter to use with that amazing, super amazing. Everyone should have one. Fans Toy stand that sucks. So.
And of course, Scourge comes with this Target Master, a bunch of faces.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say the paint on that Scourge is really, really absolutely impressive. And the color, the blue and purple kind of match all the way through. So it's really, it was a really nice display, and that's a lot for me to come out and go and say. But worthy pickups for whoever wants them.
I was hoping Sony would have got some pictures of Scourge. Oh wait, here we go. So he's got an up close of Swerve, and here we go. So you can see, for whatever reason, in the display case, like the hip skirts on the side are completely up.
So
Because they get in the way when you kick the legs out to the side, and they didn't design it differently.
at least the fingernails are painted.
But they were on the X-Transbots one.
Correct.
Or they were pink plastic.
Yeah, they were pink plastic. They were pink plastic that was in the tips of the fingers.
But
I
did
think
they
Mike's
paint 'em-
ready to break out but actually,
I thought for the movie, the second release with the movie colors, they did paint the fingers.
I'm not talking about that one.
No, I have the first release in the well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
the first
The
release
first
is
release
just
was
plastic.
plastic.
Yeah, because the second one was in more metallic color schemes. It was interesting. Is like BBTS did a sale on these the other day. They had like the X-Transbots ones for $89 a pop. But and what is this from Beastbox?
I don't know what the Splinter was from. Or not Shredder. Sorry.
yes, this is
But,
this 5.2 Toys Shredder. Yes.
So, but the paint on Shard it was fantastic to look at. I mean, it really is a sharp looking figure, and well tolerance from what I have heard and watched. So,
How much was he?
$150.
Oh no.
Oh my.
And then this is
just
the go ahead.
Interesting, real quick to throw out there, just because I saw it online, because it must be true. Show Z, and this is a figure that has been hard to get and then goes in stock and whatnot. But Show Z just posted that they have in stock what I guess a lot of people consider to be the best hot rod or Rodimus Prime figure is the DX9 Carry. So
Yeah.
if anybody wants him, he just went in stock at Show Z for $85.
That's a fantastic figure.
That's the end of my message. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say he's been popping back up in stock.
Yeah.
In places quite a bit. Then lastly, YOLO Park is not giving up on their high end figures, and they have a Beast Mode Optimus Primal, and this one I think is in scale with that really impressive Bumblebee Prime. Mike, how big was this thing approximately?
This thing was about maybe 12, 13 inches tall. And, he was, I want to say, a good 8 to 10 inches wide at the shoulders. if not
Wow.
larger. He was really impressive. Lots of little inner workings. When you actually push some of the buttons, his chest actually moves to simulate breathing. And
wow.
there's a smoke effect that shoots out the back between the shoulder blades, and then
Interesting.
lights and everything else. So, and supposedly there is a stand that will be with this guy that will allow you to have him actually stand up on his back legs, if you so desire. So it was a really impressive display piece, to say the least.
Transformers are known for breathing.
I guess my question for Larkin says, Yellow Prime looks good. Hoping to review that. I'm curious, are you going to try and reach out the Yellow Park, or are you just going to dive in for that?
I mean,
He's
that's
going to use that 1,000 subscriber money. 100,000 subscriber money. You can get it.
And then I guess this was Sony staging for his reviews. That is some cool artwork there. I think
Yes.
I think I saw footage earlier of Scott McNeil signing this, because this is all of his characters.
Oh, I get it now.
That's pretty cool.
They ship to people in Europe, so you should be okay.
Well,
And
Yellow's
this is kinda
based in
neat.
Hong Kong. It's probably cheaper going to Hawaii than it is going to the States.
So, Mike, what was up with this? Is this an original BotCon jacket, or is this?
Yeah, it was just a nice varsity jacket. Reminded me of what you got at high school. I don't know where you would wear it except at a BotCon convention. So it was nice on that display, and that's where it stayed. So.
Well, wait, is it 1994 on that?
Yeah, that was the first BotCon.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh.
That don't mean they breathe, because in that same scene, Rumble didn't have on a breathing mask. He just wanted his face to be clear while he was underwater, so he could still talk, I guess.
That would make sense. And then I guess he took some pictures, various things. Looks like they had like TFCon tends to not have merch like this, which is interesting.
Right. And I was sitting there thinking, like, why didn't BotCon can?
Yeah, they had a lot of different like polo shirts with the BotCon logo on that look pretty nice. A lot of plushies and whatnot. So yeah, they had a really decent spread. So, and one thing that I don't think Sony took a picture of, but I was going to ask you guys, they had an exclusive for the ArchCore series, but I don't think you guys are out of that now, right?
Yeah, I stopped. It was one of the wolves, wasn't it?
Yes,
right
there
here,
was
Dark Clawed.
not that. No, the one it was blue.
Is it this?
So,
Yeah, it was another wolf.
No.
It was one of the wolves that turned into an arm.
He
I
said,
still-
That's cool.
I still have the
There
original
it is, right
ArchCore
there.
figure.
There you go.
The what's it called? The Frost or
Frostlight.
Oh yeah, I still got
Frostlight?
I went all in on that Frostlight thing, and I never opened the Berserker armor.
Well, I think I was put off when I bought one of the wolves, and it was so underwhelming. Like, I don't know. I didn't like it enough I was like, I'm good with the original truck. We're just going to leave that there.
yeah.
Deluxe's review made me not want any of those extra things. Not because the review was bad or anything.
No, it's
the
too late.
figure
You can't backpedal.
No, because the figure didn't look good all combined. It looked like a riggedy mess.
Oh yeah, the final, yeah.
Yeah, when he was armored up.
And we got
Ooh.
one more thing to look at. This is from Rick Acker. Now I'm gonna save it for when Sony's back. Sony had the panel. I know Deluxe was on the panel, as was Rodimus Primal and some other friends of the show. I know Sony did a panel there, so I wanted to talk to him about how that went and what his thoughts were. But I'm gonna save that for next week when he's back. This is an interesting one. This is kind of sort of third-party news, but Rick Acker is a designer, a graphic artist, And he shared this on Twitter earlier, or X, whatever you want to call it. He said, well, I got news that the jet retools for Matt, do you remember how to say that? It was the Chrome Dome. Was it Memo?
Yeah.
Or Nemo? I think it was Nemo at the
Nemo.
MB Center. No.
Go on. Yeah, I don't.
But anyway,
That
they
guy.
were going to retool that IDW Chrome Dome
Right.
into an IDW Metal Hawk and Beast Machines Jetstorm. And this is criminal that this is happening. He writes, these are the heavy retools I teased a while ago, sharing only some of the base frames. Still pretty happy with these. Shame, but that's the biz sometimes. And, you know, it's sad because we got Transtech Cheetor, which is fantastic, and I'm glad to have it. But, you know, we've never gotten anything close to a show-accurate Jetstorm before. And, my God, this looks fantastic.
I hope to goodness that would have come with a display stand.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you would have been able to give him legs. I mean, with Obsidian, you were able to pull something off like this. But you still needed like a display stand to. I used the NECA stands and it worked fine. And then here's that Metal Hawk, and man, that's a good looking Metal Hawk right there. And he also shared pictures of their alt modes.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sleek looking alt mode.
I mean, it's just really cool that they're able to be so versatile with what's essentially like an H-shaped car. You know, to get that into a jet. I mean, they did it with Drift. They did it with the Drift mold because they had Aero Alpha come out first, and then they were able to make that a car. And so, like, MMC just always impressed me with what they were able to pull off with their designers. You know, Dame Chalk had shared this out. Third Party Unlimited had shared it. You know, I guess there's also kind of a cry to MMC and say, hey, why don't you consider making these? Because even if they don't mass produce them, these would be perfect for TFCon or BotCon future BotCon exclusives. So,
Way back when Hasbro did it was before the Titans Return stuff, but they did a Brainstorm figure. And I remember when messing with it that it would have been an easy repaint retool into Jetstorm as well. It actually the way the legs could go through, and I actually put him on a flight stand and had him looking like Jetstorm.
And that was a single-use mold. I mean, technically, that was before Takara Tomy and Hasbro converged on what they were doing.
Right.
So the Japanese repaint, the Tomy repaint, Takara Tomy repaint was a little bit different, but they never did anything with that mold. And if I remember correctly, that and the Springer that they put out were kind of like the jumping point for MMC to really roll with their IDW lines. You know, because before MMC was doing Hearts of Steel, and then they pivoted into the IDW designs after the Thrilling 30 stuff was coming out.
Yep.
So let's get in. We'll cover some non-Transformers news before we wrap up the evening. We'll do a quick. I got to make a segment for this. We're going to call it Pulse Check. Last we checked in on the Ghost, I recall it being like just about at the first tier unlock. Let's see where it's at now. I haven't checked this, but let's see if they've unlocked anything, because I believe as of today, it has less than a week to go. And let's get everybody up top. So, yeah, so right now they are at 12,252 backers with 6 days, an hour, and 43 minutes to go. The next tier I thought was 13,000. 14,000 to get Kanan, and they need 17,000 to get Zeb. So
we'll know next episode. If you tune in
next
week's episode, and we'll let you know how far it went. God,
we'll know. I do want to cover. I do want to cover some of the some of the other stuff we have on the docket. But do you guys see a potential? Because when you back a HasLab, you can cancel it. do you guys see a potential for a lot of people to do like a mass exodus on this if they're not guaranteed the other figures? Or do you think that they're just going to assume that Hasbro will release them, I'll be able to get them, but it's going to cost me more money because not enough people backed it?
I don't think that's an issue. I think you're gonna I think they'll stick it out.
When I back a HasLab, I want to make sure that the core figure is what I want.
Yeah.
Anything else is,
right. Exactly.
you know, I'm not mentioning the car, but the Dragonfly was a perfect example. I wanted the Dragonfly with Wild Bill. Period.
Well, do you think
Everything
there's?
else-
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I was gonna say, but I wanted the Dragonfly with Wild Bill. I wanted Deathsaurus as Deathsaurus. Anything else, cool. But if there's a gamble that I need to have everything on there, no. And that's why the car didn't go through, because it wasn't a sure bet. The Ghost itself is a sure bet. So I do not see anybody backing out because they wanted the Ghost. That's why it funded so quickly. It funded faster before the stretch goals were announced.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they would have to have...
It has its perceived value. People are getting their perceived value.
Yeah, they would have to have like 5,000 people, nearly 5,000 people, do an exodus. But I can see there being a lot of people being salty that they're not getting the complete cast for what this costs. Mm-hmm. I personally don't think that they should do the tier backings the way they do. Like, I think they need to change that significantly. I think the only one that I was okay with not getting anything was Unicron.
Well, the tiers should be things that you don't need. So many people was giving so much crap about Glenda from the Dragonfly. Who the fuck's Glenda? Exactly. So if I don't get her, I'm not complaining.
Right. I do think actually the Hiss tank and the Dragonfly were executed well, because as you said, like they're, it was just icing and sprinkles after the initial offering. I think that the Sentinel was another one too. Yeah.
Hasbro can do it. They know what they're doing. Star Wars has more failures than anything else of the HasLab projects.
Yeah. Vintage Collection is the only thing making it. So we get a look at some Ahsoka figures that are going to be coming out, and let's get into these. We'll try and get through these.
Ahsoka.
So more of the retro stuff. I've never met anybody that buys these. Chat, if anybody in the chat gets these, the ones that are made like the to be like the old Kenner, let me know. I know Larkin got some of the X-Men ones, but I don't know anybody that collects Star Wars that picks.
Yeah, I saw those X-Men ones today. The 97.
It's the same people who buy the retro, who buy the Super 7 stuff.
Yeah,
Yo Kenner is why I collect toys now, because I hated their articulation, and I was so happy with current day toys having good articulation.
So then we get the retro Chopper. Granted, with Chopper, I mean, does it matter really?
Right.
Other than the fact that his front detail's not sculpted, it's a tampo. But
he's very expressive.
Hera. And
people who buy these, buy them and keep them on card. I've said this many a time. The whole card is part of why you buy it.
The good thing is they're cheaper than Reaction for now.
Yeah. Much cheaper, yeah. For now, it's a good thing.
I almost bought that Reaction Primal, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I will. The Reaction Beast Wars figures do look pretty cool.
Then you remember that they're $18.
And they have no articulation. If those things had articulation, holy hell, those sculpts would be fire. But yeah, you buy these, you put them on card, they look good on card, you put them in a long box like a comic book shop, or hang them on your wall. There you go.
Or you just put them in a storage unit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we get in. We get into the Black Series chopper, which that looks pretty nice. It's cool that he comes with some effects parts for being a small droid.
Yeah, it's a re-release, but it's
Yeah,
still
I'd
good.
say.
You better come with some effects pieces for $25.
It's nothing new.
Yeah, he comes with his
Yeah.
leg accessory. Yeah, it's a good set.
Then we get an Ezra. Is this new or is this a reuse?
This is new. This is a live action Ezra.
Okay.
You won't find anything better than that.
That's a toiler.
No,
Yeah,
that's
we
a
get
toilet.
HK, you get a HK assassin droid.
Can we just get the? I guess this is just all going to build up to them doing a Knights of the Old Republic version, which is,
God, all those single. How the hell are they getting by with all single joints?
Yeah, because those collectors don't care.
Then
You
you
see
have
how
your-
they're buying the retro. I mean, the HasLab stuff that don't have double jointed.
And I guess we should say that some of these toys are not really it's not really spoilers because they're in the trailers and stuff, but you're gonna hear names and stuff. Like this is
I didn't see Ezra.
this is Merrick.
cool that he gets we're seeing more soft goods capes coming out of this line, which is
You saw
nice to see.
T, have you not seen the first episode?
Yeah,
Well then you've seen Ezra.
I don't remember. I remember the cartoon image.
Mhm.
And just to say, it's nice we're getting more soft goods. You get
That. Yeah.
Traffic cone.
Morgan Elizabeth. I mean, it's cool that they gave her the right cuts. They're showing like, hey, she can get some semi-dynamic stuff going on. But
I don't know. Star Wars always came with soft goods. Maybe the joint, maybe those single joints can make them afford soft goods.
Then you get the 10th Doctor.
That looks nothing like David Tennant.
I guess they don't show his backpack doing stuff there.
It's got upper left. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, no, I'm saying in the showcase pictures they don't show it doing the
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Wait, is Tennant doing his voice? Is that what you call him that?
Yes, David Tennant does his voice.
Okay, never mind.
David
And then
Tennant did his voice in the Clone Wars too.
You get a
Sounds
Sabine
off.
helmet.
That's already sold out. That looked really nice. I mean,
And
my daughter is torn if she wants a Sabine helmet or if she wants a Bo-Katan helmet.
well, the
Get
Bo-Katan
both.
helmet's pretty cool.
You
Get
haven't
both.
had to fix any plumbing lately. Get both.
Yeah.
And then we get into the vintage articulated stuff, which is basically just
Move on.
legend scale. So yeah, well, funny enough, right here, like
Hold on.
vintage version, you're getting soft goods. What the fuck? Not that I collect any of these, but it's just kind of funny that they're giving you a better option for the vintage.
I will say though, the face sculpts and the way they're doing the smaller scale, the 3 3/4 scale guys are mind blowing. Like
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen close ups of some of the smaller scale and thought they were Black Series. I mean, now the prices are almost catching up to each other, but still, they're still doing good things with it.
So what we'll do here is we're going to look at one thing of Marvel Legends, and this one's kind of exciting because we're finally getting a decent looking Sue Storm.
Mhm.
But I'm sorry, this is Marvel Selects,
Marvel
not
Selects.
Marvel Legends.
Don't give them
But-
credit.
Marvel Select has really been on
I
fire.
thought she was
lately.
old.
They've been doing some very good stuff. I mean, my only biggest complaint with Marvel Select is I would love if they went with some of their previous figures and revisited them, like characters like the Green Goblin and Moon Knight, and actually gave them an app crunch, added just a little bit more articulation. That Blade figure has hands down been one of my favorite purchases of this year.
Marvel Select seems to be taking away articulation.
No, well, they never had. No, they themselves have always had limited articulation. It was Marvel Select was a display piece. It was never an action figure. It was kind of
They
what
had certain ones, like their Spider-Mans, had all the same articulation as Marvel Legends.
The Spider-Mans were different, but
The movie versions.
Never mind. Just
We're gonna do one more Marvel bit, and then we're gonna end on some Voltron. So Marvel Legends Infinity Saga returns with 8 new releases. Marvel Legends has 8 new figures inspired by iconic appearances from the Infinity Saga. The figures are Black Widow, Bruce Banner, Captain America, War Machine, Spider-Man, Thor, and 2 different Iron Man armors, the Mark II and 46. I mean, these
one of these.
I mean, basically, it's people that missed out the first go round. I mean, I feel like I say all the time that like you kind of need to have the evergreen releases to allow people to get into an existing toy line. Now, the only thing I see that like looks horrible at the gate is the stealth suit Captain America shield. Like that should have been painted.
It's stealthy though.
that Black Widow looks pretty good though.
Yeah, but it's just an old mold. I mean, ever since she got the new one that came out, and just going back and looking at it, she's got
hold on. It looks like she comes with 2 head sculpts, and then she's got double jointed elbows.
Yeah,
and more cleavage than she's had in years in his action figure form.
And effects parts for the guns, gun holding hands. That doesn't look too terrible.
Yeah, I mean, god damn, look at that. Why do they have to put up? If the box wasn't so freaking huge, it wouldn't look like she has so little stuff.
Yeah,
but she's got such a big gap at her thighs.
This is better than the first one that I bought because she actually has guns that she can actually use.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And blast effects, so that's good enough.
Suited bodies will always sell for photographers.
Yeah. And you get Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
With 2 hands. I think what the missed opportunity here is if you're going to give effects pieces to Black Widow, why not just give him like a head where he's like mid transformation?
That's what I was going to say. Just a rage face, with green eyes, and so he can hold his head or something like that. That would look cool. That is
in the box. It looks kind of like John Leguizamo a little bit. Now, I will say the one thing about the stealth suit Cap is that this is actually the best likeness I think Marvel Legends has done for Chris Evans. As lame as this shield is, I mean, anybody with a Gundam marker can probably fix this in 2 seconds. But no hand options.
Nope, just having a pointy finger.
Yeah. Iron Man. There are how many Iron Man?
Nothing new on that.
Yeah.
Nothing to sing
now,
about.
The Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt here is good. I have the one that Matt picked up on clearance, where it's the open helmet, which looks way better. And it came with a lot more effects parts and pieces. So it's a shame that they're cutting back on this one. It's the Mark 46, I think. Civil War, yeah. Then of course you get the Mark II.
That's just a repaint. That's actually a repaint of the
one I was talking about. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then this is a good looking War Machine.
It's the same one that came out for Civil War.
Yeah. But the paint on it is pretty good. I have the Punisher version of this one. Yeah, that would be funny. Is they gave him an Ed Norton head so he could be both versions of Bruce. Then of course you get this. This is a straight up reissue of the Civil War one. Because that Tom Holland head sculpt was always terrible. And the worst part about this that I'm seeing is they didn't pick out the webbing at all.
And no wall crawling hands.
Yeah, no wall crawling hands either. So this is, And then Thor here, I think his beard is way too thick.
I think he has 2 faces, and neither one of them looks like him.
Yeah. Right. Neither one of these scream Chris Hemsworth. It reminds me of from like Thor 3 when, Matt Damon was playing him or something? Or Ben Affleck was playing him?
No. Actually, Liam Hemsworth was playing him.
Oh,
That was the fun. That's what made it. It was the meta joke.
yeah.
No, real missed opportunity is why aren't they packaging that swirling hammer effect with him?
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Rather
Because
than
it
giving
costs
him
more
like,
money.
but they're already trying to charge $27.99 for these. And then the worst part is they're going to try and charge that, and then they're going to wind up on clearance for $7-8 because they don't sell at Target, and they're trying to prime for the next wave.
They want as much money from us as possible.
And
But I'm just saying,
I will wait till they hit ollies and everything else, man. Because all these are fodder pieces.
The only one that catches any of my interest is the Bruce banner, to be honest.
Yeah, but not for 20, not for 20 some bucks just for a pair of hands.
Yeah.
As much as I like.
well, let's end this one on a high note. This is from Good Smile, and this is, I'm curious what Matt, as a Voltron collector, thinks of this. This is the Moderoid. What's that?
Pre-ordered.
You pre-ordered it already?
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad price. It's just it was a model kit, so we'll just know I'll never
Yeah.
build it.
Model kit. Yeah.
So this is.
I didn't know that at first, but I'm still okay with it.
This is just under 8 inches tall, and most retailers have it for under $60. And this is, I believe, is it a fully painted model kit?
God, I hope so.
Better be.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the BBTS listing here. It says each individual line is articulated, includes mouth blades for each line. Various parts of the model have been separated into different colored runners and pre-painted parts, making it easy to recreate the mecha with simple assembly.
There you go.
So
Seems like a decent amount of accessories.
And honestly, like when it comes to Voltron, I do not need all of the lines to have their individual weapons. Like, no, I shouldn't say nobody. I'll say nobody ever displays the lions with their weapons. It's just not a thing.
yeah.
And
I mean, unless you have multiple Voltrons and you wanted to have a set.
Nope,
for
I
the
have
Lions.
7 Voltrons and none of them are with the lions and their weapons.
I mean, what I want to know is who displays it using the stupid double katanas. You either have them with the blazing sword or the blazing sword and the.
Well, if you're Matt and you have 7 Voltrons,
I mean,
like
no one ever displays them like that.
Are all of my Optimus Primes displayed the same way? No.
Are they?
No.
Okay.
So this guy doesn't come out till next October.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, so quite a wait on this.
Yep, put your nickels and dimes away.
Has Good Smile released any model kits previously?
Yeah, they did a RoboCop 2 Kane, I think.
Was it any good?
That was a model kit?
Yeah, it was a model kit. I don't know if it was a good. I didn't collect it. It was a model kit.
Oh.
You have a model Voltron. Show us. Get it out.
No, he doesn't.
I've only built one lion.
I know. I'm just picking.
That was the
up
mini
Scab.
claw, right?
Yeah, then I lost my job, and then I got distracted by life.
The only
And I still have freaking 3 whatchamacallit flame toy models to build because that crazy Asian girl made me buy them at BotCon.
Oh yeah, she's the crazy one.
Yep.
You weren't there, Mike.
Nope.
That girl was vicious. She made Joe buy stuff.
Yeah, Mariano can get the hell out of here with that negative attitude.
I mean, model kits aren't for everybody. The one thing though that I'm seeing that like I think is kind of a missed opportunity on this is it's a model kit. It would have been cool if they designed it so you had pieces like you could pop the legs off of the lions and put like plates on top of them.
You mean like the Minpla does?
Yes.
I have the mini claw, so I'm good.
You know, that being said, I've never personally taken issue with Voltron having the legs on. My Soul Chigokin's going nowhere. That figure means a lot to me, and I've hung on to it.
Agreed. It was my original Holy Grail, and it still is.
Yeah, just because the excitement of getting that figure, and then just how much I enjoyed it, and then it became like a FOMO piece for a lot of people. And, it wasn't like me gloating that, hey, I have one and you don't. It was just like, wow, I'm really happy that I picked this thing up, and it gave me an appreciation for the Soul Chigokin line.
That was me with the Megazord. Probably one of the most cherished figures I have.
I have so many regrets selling mine.
I know.
Yeah.
Mariano, I like Legendary Defender Voltron too, but I don't like it over the original. I mean, let's not talk crazy.
I have both. I literally have. I'm looking at the Soul Chigokin Voltron. I am looking at the Legendary Defender Voltron, and I'm looking at the Playmates Legendary Defender Voltron as well. I have those two next to each other.
And what is it Blitzway or some premium company is coming out with the Legendary Defender Voltron? I guarantee you I'm going to give it a long, hard look.
I've been watching the show again, so
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Blitzway that's coming out with it.
That's what I always appreciated about the new show was because it gave the Lions some personality. Like Red Lion is an asshole, and I like that.
But why don't they show any love for the?
Write it down, everybody. Matt likes asshole.
Yeah, Red Lion asshole.
So Matt, you're in for this. Did anybody else say they were in on this one?
Ask me when it comes out. If I ever get it, it's getting around to building them. That's the problem.
Yeah, I want to get the Sony keeps talking about the Blitzway, so I'm hoping maybe one day he'll forget that he likes it and sell it to me for cheap. And I kind of want to pick up the Vehicle Voltron SOC, but not at retail. I'm going to try to pick that up somewhere cheaper.
Jokes aside, I have those two back to back on my display case.
Right.
Yeah, I need to get them back in my display case. I need to get this arch sold off.
Picked up the the mini that mini super deformed Vehicle Voltron just recently, and that's been my first and only Vehicle Voltron. And since getting that, I have an appreciation for how absolutely stupid the design is and how awesome it is at the same time.
It's not as awesome as the Voltron Force version of the Lions.
Well, you mean the 90 was it the late 90s show, early 2000s?
The CGI one?
Yes.
Ooh,
the one where they're bulky and weird looking.
Wasn't that the one where they switched which lions were the core lion? Wasn't that a gimmick from the show? That each lion could be the center lion, and
I only remember the
Voltron
stealth.
powers.
I only remember they had the stealth one, and that was just like, what the hell was that?
I have that toy. True story. I have the stealth Voltron.
And it's kind of weird because
it's a piece of shit, but I like it.
Not being able to tell the color without looking at it real hard makes it weird.
What? Which one?
Because it was like an all black Voltron with highlights of the color.
Right. And then we talked about. I think we talked about a few weeks ago that there's going to be a regular proportioned Vehicle Voltron come out, a miniature from the same company that did the super deformed Voltrons. So I actually got the official Voltron store actually texted me on Facebook and said that Vehicle Voltron is coming out this year. Lion Force is coming out middle of next year in the same scale. And then at a trade show 2 months ago, the same company showed grayscale protos of Gladiator Voltron. So if they release a Gladiator, is this dumbest design of all, but just the fact that
they all just stack.
Yeah, they just stack on top. They're literally they're 3 solo cups of different colors. They just stack on top of each other.
And
they're piloted by 3 little
cartoon.
kids.
Yeah. I still remember those things being on clearance at. You remember the store Lionel Kitty City?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember getting all 3 of them in one clip. And
you have Gladiator Voltron?
When I was a kid, I did.
I was gonna say I'd kill for that.
Yeah, no.
But for anybody that doesn't know, Gladiator Voltron is actually Voltron 2, Defender of the Middle Universe.
Or Albagas, if you
Or
really want to
Albagas.
if you want to be a weeb.
Right. Voltron 1 is Defender of the Near Universe. Voltron, and that's the vehicle Voltron, and then Voltron 3 is Lion Force, Defender of the Far Universe.
Wow.
That's it. I'm done.
And this has been Matt's Voltron rant.
It's like it's my feel good. It's my chicken soup toy line. It's my near and dear. Like everybody thinks it's Transformers or Star Wars. Actually, it's the man. You hit that theme song to the original '80s show, and man, I just creamed my pants.
I'm gonna pull this up real quick because this is
Matt's
this is
idea
a
of
blast.
foreplay is to form feet and legs.
This is
No,
a
I'll
blast
form
from
the head.
past. Trendmasters made this Voltron. I remember when it came out. I thought it was.
I own that.
Yeah,
I
I
shit you
thought this
not.
thing was the weirdest looking Voltron.
It's at my
This is the
parents'
show.
house in storage.
The show is a sequel to the cartoon. It was like all
Correct.
CG, and they brought back some of the voice cast. And
Voltron, the third dimension.
yeah, and there also was a dinosaur Voltron. Do you remember that?
Yeah, very briefly.
Yeah. And this thing was
The absolute dumbest design. It's like if they stopped trying designing Megazords or Zords for Power Rangers, and this.
They did.
Oh wait, they did. Right, this could have fit in.
Well, let me see if I can find Dinosaur Voltron. Yeah, I found Dinosaur Voltron. Voltron Dino Force, I believe.
I missed that one.
How's it going,
This was
everyone?
part. So this was part of that that third dimension, if I remember. I know Trendmasters made it, and I never saw it in person. I only ever saw it in like catalogs, and I was just like, that looks horrible.
I thought that was the stealth.
And wasn't it Third Dimension that had that? Didn't it have like that rap intro because it had
Yes.
to for the times? Like
God.
kids will connect with this.
Oh.
He's a really radical Judicus.
I'm trying to find this. So I'm trying to go to like here. Let me just pop this tab over. Let me see if that works.
What was it called?
I'm going to share out my screen again because it wouldn't let me directly copy and paste the link. Voltrex, yeah, Voltrex 1. This thing was so terrible looking. It was all chrome, all chrome dinosaurs. Yeah.
That's a mega. That's like they stopped if Power Rangers gave up.
So it's like they had Super Sentai, gave birth to Voltron, gave birth to Power Rangers, gave birth to this abomination.
Oh my god! I'm looking at the combined version. Oh lord.
Yeah, it was. If you thought that
I thought
Stealth
the Jungle
Voltron was
Fury Megazord looked bad. This is oh my god.
None of them are frogs, though. I'll give them that.
That's true.
None of them are frogs.
Yeah, but the frogs made really good legs. No pun intended.
Are you French?
Check it.
You're French, aren't you?
No, I'm looking at my Ninja Megazord right now.
In a French sort of way.
Hey, check out the link I just put in the private chat for Kickstarter.
Yeah,
looks kind of interesting.
We'll close. Yeah, we'll
Is it
close on this real
Voltron
quick.
related?
No, but it is figure related and looks kind of cool.
Okay.
So this is a 7-inch action figure scale, made in partnership with the creators of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm assuming the original comic. And cut the volume here, even though I'm not sharing volume. Let's see what this is all about. So they've raised $23,401.
Yep. There's 15 figures they're trying to put in the wave. So it's storylines carefully crafted by comic writing legend Andy Landing, known for his creation of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and drawn by comic industry veteran Anthony Williams. So 15 available action figures in total, standing about 7 inches tall, 29 points of articulation. built with customization in mind with interchangeable heads and body parts. So,
Co-mingling body parts is cool.
It's something.
yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
so McLaury, these are 7-inch figures.
Oh, 7-inch figures are tight.
So yeah, kind of like the McFarlane. So they are at 19%, 44 days to go. Let's expand this here. I guess no, that's just a read.
Tanner just died.
So 29 points of articulation per character. That's pretty interesting. So Meldmaster is the kind of reminds me of Glacius from Killer Instinct. It's interesting how many hand options they come with here. I guess the one thing I would say would be potentially concerning is these are designed to be completely interchangeable. You're not going to get any height variance, I wouldn't think, between the characters, which is, I guess, for better or worse thing. But it looks like the accessories are pretty well done. Like, not too much, not too little. Looks like there's a wire in that cape. That's pretty cool. And let's see, do they have weapons packs,
Head
glow
options.
head packs, figure stands. So what are there? Like a Skeletor looking dude?
Yeah, there's just a whole. They kind of cover everything.
Yeah. So what is their pledges here? I'm sorry.
So yeah, let me see what happens if you back it. So $3 for $3 pledge, which is the minimum. You get a digital comic coming out in December. Let's see. One collectible action figure is a pledge of $39. Character selection closes after the Kickstarter closes out. 3-pack is $109. 6-pack is $215. 7-pack plus an army builder is $255.
Calm down.
But wait, there's more. There's now this one is a 7-pack plus army builder for 8 figures total. Okay, but I don't know what's the difference between that one. It's $269 versus the other one. An 8-pack is $279. 12-pack $419. And then you have everything with an early bird special, limited to 50 people, for $515. You get everything.
Sounds like reminds me of Cosmic Legions.
And just as we're watching here, this thing popped up. So
that means Mariano just backed it. So good job, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that thing went up to 401. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's.
Now, how did this get on your radar, Mike?
I was actually looking at because I would never normally split my focus from the stream, but there's a toy photographer, Sir Dork, and he just put up a video promoting this Kickstarter and how cool the figures look. So I just did a quick glance and went. I mean, there's a great comparison chart for the sizes.
Yeah, I did see that down there.
So interesting. I mean, the only other Kickstarter I ever backed was for Savage Crucible, and that's kind of went gangbusters. So who knows if this gets enough interest? I'm curious to see what they come out with.
Yeah, I mean, from just reading the chat, like Mariano says, look good, but no. I mean, there are some people that want, and there's the size comparison chart there, that just want like cool looking figures. They don't need a connection. It's interesting too that they have Mythic Legions and Animal Wars: The Kingdom here for comparisons, as well as a Marvel Legends and Black series. You know, I'm trying to stay in my lane. You know, I do think these look really cool, but like, you know, I know Mythic Legions was huge, and AWOC is popping off. So it's interesting that when did this Kickstarter start? I see it has 44 days. Like, was this just today? Because I'm surprised that like sites like Toy News International and Toy Arc didn't have anything about this.
Trying to see when it started.
Surprised to see it at 3 POA.
Don't see. I'll have to look and see whenever this started, but
Is it real?
yeah, yes.
I actually said project launches August 31st, 2023.
Wow, so
On
this
the update.
just kicked off, and they've already popped off with over $23,000. That's pretty incredible.
And that's with less than 100 backers right now.
Yeah.
So
85 backers.
pretty good. But
Good
all
stuff. Right. Well, yeah, I guess this is one we'll have to keep an eye on. I hope that they're successful. It's not for me, but it's definitely cool, and it's awesome to see, you know, people bringing stuff like that to life. I guess this is a good place to wrap it up. So again, if you're watching us here and you popped into the chat tonight, thank you so much. We always love highlighting your comments throughout the course of the show. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. You know, Dave's been planning the next episode of Figure Reaction. I know I've been promising for almost a year now. I do want to do like a community hangout day where we just throw the StreamYard link out to fans of the show and just kind of have a chat with folks. So definitely need to get that scheduled. I've been busy lately, but when work calms down, I think I'll try and get that planned. With that, make sure you check out our Teespring store. And does anybody have anything they want to shout out before we close out for the night?
Nope.
All
Tired.
right.
I love you guys. Bye.
All right. Well, we love you all.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Dave's playing Fortnite.
I sure am.
So, he is playing Fortnite. Jesus, Dave, you're dick.
I need
Anyway, that'll do it for us. Hope you all have a great evening, great weekend, and we'll catch you all next Thursday. Same Figure Action time, same Figure Action channel, right here on YouTube, 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll see you then. Peace out.
good night, everyone.